We've just created a simple survey app that asks a user for their favorite food and stores the answer in a remote database, specifically the Fav Foods table. To view the entries stored in the database, click the View Data button above the app display. When you click the button, it will open a new tab for the data viewer. The first thing the data viewer shows you is your list of tables in the database. And look, there's the Fav Foods table, which automatically got created the first time we used create record with that table name. New tables can be added on this page, but we're going to dive into the Fav Foods table. Here we see how the 3 foods we submitted earlier each shows up as a row in the Fav Foods table. The data viewer lets you look at the data in any table and also modify it manually if you like. Click Edit next to a row and you can change the contents. You can add and delete columns if you need to, and you can add a whole new record in the data viewer. Below the table is a section called Debug View of the table, where you can check out the JavaScript objects which are being created as you add elements to the table. This makes it easy to see that at the heart of it, the table is just a list of JavaScript objects. You will notice that the column names are the properties of the object, and the values are the items in the row for that specific record. When you're thinking about how to build an app, there are many cases when you just need to keep track of something while your app is running. For this, use the concepts you're already familiar with, like a variable or a list. But when you want some data to be accessible after the app has stopped running, or for multiple users of an app, you'll use the permanent data storage blocks in AppLab to send that data to a remote database. My first job out of college after I left Brown was to work at Industrial Light and Magic, which is George Lucas's company, and I was working on the special effects for Terminator 2, helped make the Terminator's body melt into the puddle of metal, and I worked on Jurassic Park, made all the dinosaurs' belly wiggle. I mean, so we had all these amazing artists and animators and technical directors that worked on these movies, and they would have little problems like, you know, if I want to make the dinosaur's belly move, well, it's made out of a mesh of all these thousands of little points, you know. And to make that wiggle frame by frame, they would literally have to reposition each one of those points by hand. And I would say, well, wait a second, I think we can do that with physics and math, right? We can say, well, if the belly's here and this much weight and it's swinging this way, you know, can we change it so it automatically computes where all those things would be? And so you could save them days and weeks of time by just applying a little bit of software. So that definitely got me hooked on the power of software to make people's lives better.